Welcome back, Ramblers, to another edition of the Loyola Student Dispatch Weekly Roundup. I'm Blake Keller. Find out who is joining the Presidential Search Committee here at Loyola. What festival will Loyola be hosting on campus this weekend? Find out more. What type of artwork is being displayed in the Damon Student Center? And did Back to the Future 2 make the right World Series prediction for the Chicago Cubs? Find out more on this edition of the Weekly Update. Loyola University adds 2 faculty members to Loyola's Presidential Search Committee after facing criticism from the Loyola community. The criticism comes from faculty members who believe the Presidential Search Committee doesn't have enough faculty representation. The committee's 2 new members are Professor Vicki Keough, a professor and dean of the Nyhoff School of Nursing, and Timothy Klassen, an associate professor of economics at the Quinlan School of Business. Loyola University is the host to the In Motion Dance Film Festival this year. The festival is from October 23rd to October 25th on the Lakeshore campus. The festival is unique, celebrating dance performance within digital media platforms. The festival's theme is social justice and encourages artists to collaborate with each other. The event will include a reception, live dances, and a screening of the award-winning documentary, Trash Dance. The 3-day festival is free. Be sure to check it out. Photographs are being displayed around the Damon Student Center from now until November 2nd. The photo series is called Child Soldiers Forced to be Cruel, which was compiled by researcher Jean Murray. The photos show images of armed child soldiers from around the globe. The photo series comes from the Center for the Human Rights of Children, the only academic center in the country that is dedicated to the fight for children's rights. The center's director hopes that the photos will begin conversation on how children are exploited. Back to the Future 2 predicted quite a few things when the movie was released in 1989. There were self-tying shoes, video conferencing over big screens, hoverboards were even created, and even a World Series win for the Chicago Cubs. While most of those have come true, the Windy City had hoped that the Chicago Cubs would head to the World Series. The only obstacle in the way of fulfilling the dream was the New York Mets. Unfortunately, the Chicago Cubs have to say another year once again. The Mets swept the best-of-7 series, defeating the Cubs 8-3 yesterday. The Mets are celebrating their victory, competing in the World Series for the first time in 15 years. They will face the winner of the Kansas City Royals and Toronto Blue Jays series. The World Series begins this Tuesday, October 27th. That's about it for this week. You can read the full stories on the LSD and Loyola Phoenix websites. Have a good weekend. This is the Loyola Student Dispatch Weekly Roundup. I'm Blake Keller.